I'm wondering if this is working. How do I know? Oh, okay, cool. I think it's working. Okay. Cleans. Okay, so my mother-in-law is going to Europe and asked if I could make some earrings for one of the relatives over there, so I am, that's just solidifying. I've already done one coat on these guys here, or this guy, and then I guess we'll start with the back of that. This can go over here for now. It's a little difficult to see with my camera set up, but whatever. So I just have a jar full of UV resin that I dip my paintbrush into, and my paintbrush just lives in there and stays in there. If it does get gross and everything, then I just wash it in some nail polish remover like acetone, and it comes clean. So I'm just doing a thin first layer, just something on there, and then the rest of the layers can adhere to that. But I just want to make sure there's no air bubbles in there either. And I'm just working on top of a silicone mat here. And then we'll get thicker and thicker and stuff as we build up the layers. Okay, so I have my UV lamp here. I'm just going to stick it in there for, I believe it's 90 seconds or 99 seconds. 99. And I will work on the next one. I was trying to figure out how to stream this with my camera, but my PC or my MacBook Pro is really old. I think it's like a 2015, and it does not update anymore. So I couldn't even access the internet on it. Which is sad because it's still good, and you can still use it, and it was working up until a bunch of new updates came out, you know? Just kind of frustrating. I think I spent an hour and a half trying to figure it out. But whatever. They are leaving tomorrow, my in-laws, or future in-laws. So I gotta get these done nice and quick. stick this under the lamp as well. And do another shot on the first one as well. Okay. So the most time-consuming part and just boring part is when you have to wait for the layers to dry. I usually put on some Netflix or YouTube videos and stuff. Alright, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now I'm going to take the first one out. And I'm going to do another round of 99 seconds on that second one. And I have dogs and their hair gets everywhere. Alright. So we're just going to do a nice thick layer on there this time. And I kind of just do a nice ridge down the center, not getting too much on the ends yet. And then I fade it out to the ends once I have less on my brush. And then move around and fade that out to the edges. Again, it's really hard to see what I'm doing with my camera setup. Can't get my head close enough. I need some of those jeweler's loops, is that what they're called? Kind of stuff that the dentist wear, that headgear. And I'm just doing short little brush strokes just to move the resin along. Grab a little bit more. Create a ridge down the center, kind of fading it onto the end here. Not getting too much, it's quite thin. You can kind of see how I've rolled that so it comes up off the page or off the silicone mat there. I'm just gonna do that so I can get to the end better and I'm not smearing it all over. Same with this side. Fade that out to the edges. Nice. Okay. Okay, I think that's okay. I'll stick that back underneath. one a shot. So I'm really trying to alternate these, so I'm constantly working and not having just to sit here and twiddle my thumbs. So we're going to start with our ridge down the center. Fade that onto the tip here. And fade that out. Now I don't think I do one single technique every single time I do something. I kind of just go as I go and do what feels best and most comfortable, I guess. You want it to be as smooth as you possibly can get it because it's all gonna kind of catch the light, and you don't want it to be all lumpy bumpy in places that you've missed. And there, I don't know what that is or why that is. Let me cut it weird. Just looks weird. It almost looks like I've missed a spot, but I know I haven't. I don't know, it looks better now. Sometimes as you get more layers on there, it kind of gets difficult to see where you've worked and where you haven't. You just gotta move your head around a lot and figure it out. Turn that light back on. I want to cure these as much as possible, as fast as possible. Not too fast, because this light's pretty good. It doesn't heat it up too much. But if it is too fast and too hot of a light, or too hot of a light, I guess, doesn't really matter the speed of what, or the time you put it on, then it can cause it to like shrink a bit, and then it very well could just peel off your piece. So okay, looking good. It's going back under the light. And I'll wait for that to finish. These are my favorite kind of tweezers. Yeah, push to open and then they close. Alright. So we'll do one more layer on here and then I'm going to start working on the other side. I do think having my light that close is causing this to gel up really quick. And my brush is becoming stiffer and stiffer. I might need to go get some acetone. I'll try just turning this. Hopefully that helps. And continue on. Once I put this under the light, I think I'll go grab some nail polish remover. I'll show you what I use. Song stuck in my head. Okay, let's see what I've done this one. Epiphany. Okay. Oops, sorry. Put that underneath, and I will. Sorry. Keep hitting you. Go grab my acetone, and I will be back. So I just used this. I got it from the dollar store. And it's kind of cool because it has like one of these pump lids. You just press down and all your stuff comes up. So I'm just going to scrape as much of this resin off of my pot here. You can tell it's quite an old pot. It's been a little over a year now of doing this. So I'm just going to kind of roll that in there and soak it. And then there's not enough room on this desk. I have a little paper towel here. Well, it looks like there was some paint on my brush too. Interesting. Yeah, that all hardened on there. I'm gonna use my tweezers to get that off. Soak that some more. Really get it in there. Just kind of pluck off whatever else is on there. And now my whole brush is just falling apart. Lovely. Look at this. So, That's why you have multiple brushes as well. I've been using that one for quite a bit, and I've done this multiple times, so yeah, the brush. So turn that back on, and now we're gonna do the other side of this one. Or no, we need one more layer on this one actually. Sorry. Okay. Now if you have any bubbles in there, you can grab a lighter and pass it over quickly. That's why I like to do a thin layer on the first one, because you don't want to burn the leaf. So it's better if you just do a thin layer and then make sure there's no bubbles in it. If there is, you can use a little pin, or you can just go over it with your paintbrush and kind of get them out. It's a different shape brush. It's a little bit harder because it doesn't have the fine tip. You have to find another one. Okay. Kind of move it around, see what you got going on, get it all. Are there bubbles? Looks fine to me. Let's go back under. And I'm just gonna go grab a lighter from the kitchen. Oh, I got one here. Perfect, just in case. Sorry, my chair's a little squeaky. Okay. Trying to remember how many times this other one's gone underneath there. I think we will do one more layer. Where's that pine? I don't know. We'll start on the back and then see how it goes when we get those layers on there. I'm gonna grab another paintbrush. Stand on my chair. Okay. I think this one should work better because it'll kind of come to a more of a point. kind of hard to roll it now, so I'm gonna kind of pick it up so I can get the ends here. Okay. To the tip, tippity top. Okay, put that down. Nice coat on that. Don't want no tips falling off. I really, really like the patterns that are going on in the center of them. I think it's kind of like a spalted effect that you would get on wood. Like it kind of rotted, but then halted. It stopped, and then it just leaves a really cool pattern. Get off some of this. Looking good. I found these leaves last year. When did I find them? Whenever we started building the new garage. And yeah, I don't actually know what tree they came from. I don't know if there's a maple tree back there. But I found a few little small ones and I was like, that would make cute little earrings or pendants or something. So, alright. I'm tripping. I'm gonna do this side now and this one too. This side seems like it's got more veins. I'm not very good at this go live thing. I never know what to talk about, especially because there's not really anybody here. Although I do talk to myself all day, so you know, nothing new. moving over. Okay. I'm doing little swirly motions now just to try and even out this little humpty dump. I'll let it settle a bit and way better. Oh, sorry. A couple of air bubbles. Now you have to be careful using a flame too, because if it is too hot or you cover it over too long with some resins, it will actually start to kind of cure it. And you don't want that. Unless you do, then by all means, go ahead. I'm just getting the edges as well as I can too. Okay. There you go. 99. This one should be good to go for another round. My chair's not the comfiest, but it's a good chair. Okay. I'm kind of sticking here. I like when you get like your first little drip or whatever on there and it kind of magnifies it before, like, the magnification kind of goes away once you disperse it, but it looks pretty cool. You could do like a wet droplet effect. I guess when you're done too, you could just like do like little drops of water, but like with resin. Looks like water. That would be kind of cool. Okay, I got a little, I don't know if you can see that fleck of plastic in there. So, we'll see when it comes off. See how much I can get on here without getting it on here. Yeah. Nope, nope, nope. Dang it. Okay. Let's get most of this resin off my brush then. And then we will try and pick it up. There we go. Just like that. Now I'm gonna take it off right underneath the light there, and hopefully it'll just cure and I can peel it off. Okay. I'm forgetting where I put. Go back to the bottom here. Now, I'm still not 100% sure on how I'm going to finish these. As in, if I'm just going to, well, no, I wouldn't make them into studs, but how I'm going to make them into a, oh, no, okay, I've got an idea. I like that. Okay. Shoot that. I am gonna go check on my dogs real quick because they can be a little mischievous sometimes. Be right back. They are asleep. They're pre-dinner nap. Okay, so another thing that you can do when I am working and what I normally do is I have a drawer. I'm trying to pull it out underneath of me. And it's got tinfoil in it, so the light, I'll show you with the flashlight, kind of reflects on the metal, and then it comes up underneath of it and just, it makes everything more even, and it works a lot better that way for me. My messy craft room. Got a lot of sewing projects on the go. You know when you have like a whole bin of just stuff you need to do? Yeah, I got one of those. I got a dress I need to fix a pocket on and remove sleeve ruffle things, and yeah, a bunch of other just small little projects or revamping or fixing of clothes. Okay, so I keep forgetting what ones I've done and what ones I've like just done. And see, I don't know if you can. Yeah, you can. I missed a piece or a bit on this edge here. So we'll make sure we build up a little extra there so that it just kind of matches everything else, although it's right on the edge. I'll just wipe this off. Okay, so don't want hair in there. You have to be very careful when it's still thin, because if you like bend the leaves at all, it will kind of come like lift off of the leaf, and then it creates like an air pocket in there, and it looks a lot lighter than the rest of the piece, and it's just kind of wrecks the piece, you know, like you don't want to do it. So you want to be very gentle when you're moving your piece around, especially in the beginning. But when I'm done, I'll show you what I do to check the durability of them. And what I do is I just kind of squish it around in my hands, just to test, see if there's any like what do you call these little branch things coming off of the leaf. If they're like, some of them will be more bendy than the other ones, so then you go back in and you just kind of build that up a little bit more. But I'll get there and show you when I get there. I'm just going to put some more resin in my pot. So you can kind of store your resin like on your thickest part of your piece, and then you can like pick up from it and use it, if that makes sense. So just down to the ends, get those tips nice and good. Don't want any broken tips. And see, I'm picking up from here now, and then kind of moving it out towards the ends. Not forgetting the sides. And move it down to the end. That's too much. Just gonna take some of that off. Do want to make sure it's nice and thick, but not, you know, ugly thick or unevenly thick. I'm just gonna pick this up so I can get the tip better. Kind of get the sides at the same time so I can move it around and see where I've missed. So any overhead lighting that you're using as well, you really want to make sure that you're not using something that has, I don't know if it's like a certain Kelvin or what, but you just like, you don't want to, I don't know, if it's too powerful, then the resin starts to set with just your overhead lighting, and you really don't want that either. Okay, give that a shot to the light. And I'll be right back. I have to go grab my charger. It's almost done. Okay. Give that another shot. Turkey. This is looking good. I think, yeah, I missed a spot just in the corner there. You can just see where it's a little bit lighter. And then a little bit on the edge here. Oh, and I don't know if you can see that, but there's a dog here. You see, I'm just kind of pressing. That was way too thin to even get anything on. That just kind of flaked off. Very lightly, just pressing on it. See how that just broke? And it went lighter. At least it was the tip. I'm gonna say the rest needs more on them too then. I don't know if you can see how thick that is on the side there. It's really hard to tell. My camera in my phone right now, just everything looks blurry. But then if I look over onto my iPad where I have it, then it looks clear. So I don't actually know really what you can see and what you can't. And then my iPad's really lagged, so I think that's okay. So let's just fix those things up. The other side's looking pretty good. And then they'll just hang like this as the earring. That off. Don't want that in there. Okay. Okay, we want to move that around before it starts to ooze off of the sides. I think a little bit's okay, but not too much. It gets quite rounded as you build it up, and that's what you want. You don't want the edges to be too thick, but you do want the center for support. It's kind of like if you're doing nails, cut that out of there. You want there to be a little bit of a hump, right? So you have support. These sides need to get done a little bit more too. And try and get as much out of that corner as you can. Cut the sides as well. Don't want anyone catching themselves on those either, right? So I have a feeling that there's some on the back side as well. So when I go to put this under the light, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to kind of hold it up and let it kind of cure it before I put it down. Sorry, sometimes it's hard to talk and work at the same time. Okay. Move it around, see if you missed anything. Kind of want those to drip down. I'm gonna try this like that. Whoops. Such a thin. Ah. There. Okay, stay. A little bit of that out, but you know what? Some of it might be in there already dried. I don't know. Scrape off as much as I can. I will have to do another coat on the back since I just kind of touched it there. It will probably have little markings. Alright. Now that I have this on my tweezers, I'm going to reinforce all of these little ends so that they're not breaking. Thick dab on all of them. Okay. So now I'm just gonna turn it, go like this, and hold it there. It has a little motion sensor, so sometimes if I move it goes off. But you see how it's kind of dripping, getting thick in one area right here, and that's already cured, so we'll have to go back in there. Anyways. Okay. So I can stay. It's kind of stuck to the table. Shoot. what do I have? Kicking flower pots. Oh, here. Alright. Put that back. We have a little razor blade here. I might have, yeah, damaged that tip a little bit. That's why I try and do it on the silicone pad. Okay. I'll go like that. Alright, so seeing a little bit on here. We need to do the edges yet. Looks pretty good though. So let's fix up this tip. Take off some of that resin and kind of fade it out where it's not just a big blob. Get the edges. Okay. Now if I need a quick shot of something just like that, I'll take my little flashlight. Oops. Just enough to cure it so that it's not moving around or anything. And then I'll finish the layer. And then once I have all the layers done, I need to create the wire that will come on the base here. We're not going to keep the stem as long as it is. It's nice just to have for working with, but it'll be just way too flimsy, and then it's just, yeah, more potential to break right here, and then the whole thing just come apart. And so what we'll do is we'll create a little coil with a little loop on the end and resin it to the bottom of there, and then we can attach some shepherd's hook earrings to it. So I think, yeah, see, that just kind of rubbed off. Just shoot that again. Turn this back on. I kind of fried my light here. I plugged it in with a, I guess maybe a little bit of a higher voltage. And now the light just stays on all the time. So it's kind of nice because it just continues to harden and cure my pieces. If you don't leave it under the light for long enough, then it just continues to feel sticky. So sometimes I'll just leave the light on overnight, and it's not on full blast either. It's like a dimmer version of it, and then it kind of cures and like they feel smooth and not sticky anymore, and it's just a lot better. But yeah, like these patterns on here are so cool. So like people always ask me, are these real? I'm like, yeah. Like, I guess they could be made out of, I don't know. They always think that they're just like glass pieces or something because they're so shiny. But, okay, I think I'm gonna do the ends or like the sides of all of them now. start here. And then again, like after we do the sides, we're gonna have to do another layer on each side. It's kind of annoying because every time you put a new layer on, if you don't, like I'll show you, like when you flip it over, you'll be able to see that there's a difference in the resin and like even after you cure it, and so you just need everything to be nice and smooth. Like you don't need to unless you don't care and they're just for you, then whatever, but I am all about quality. Try and smooth it as much as you can as you go. Like, see how there's a ridge on the sides? So if we just kind of smooth that ridge out, I guess, as we go, creating a lot of little bubbles, but hopefully they'll pop by the time. If not, we can always flash them with some fire. Okay. Now, if you do have a large enough dipping pot, you could totally just dip the entire thing and then somehow cure that. It's a lot easier on smaller pieces than it is on big pieces. Alright, I'm just going to smooth those edges out. As much as we can. We'll probably do another layer on it. But if you look at this side, you can totally tell we're smooth that out. And we will do another layer over top of this just to make sure it's all good. Okay. Now, I'm just gonna give it a quick flash. I accidentally touched it. Perfect. So, I'm going to, where did my other tweezers go? Pinch this here, and I mean, it's already already broken. Where are my little scissors? No, 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 shoot. Whatever. I have to do another layer on it anyway. Okay. So you stay. I'm gonna pinch you off there. And we're gonna lift that up. Take that out. Make sure it's not touching the roof of the. It's kind of hard to tell. Turn it on. Whoopsies. Completely broke that off. Good thing we don't need it. Okay, I gotta wipe this off first. I'm gonna grab a little acetone and swipe. Nice thing about acetone is it dissipates, it evaporates really easily. So no need to go and try and dry it. Good to go. Okay. Still feels pretty sticky. Okay. Well, I'm gonna keep that in there on the silicone mat. I'm gonna turn this around. Start that over. And show you how I make my earring. Oh shoot. Around those pliers are in the crawl space. Oh, I think I have some small ones back here. Very deep desk. Okay, so I have my round nose, flats, and my clippers. I have some just brass colored wire here. I think that'll go good with the color of the leaves. So I'm going to take the end of my wire and I'm going as small as I can. Create a little loop and then kind of coil that down. Pushing it up as you go so you're still at the very tippity top there. About 3 times around is great. Got a little coil. Sorry, I don't know if I'm trying to see what I'm doing and I don't know if you saw what I was doing. No, you didn't. Sorry. So then I am going to bend this up. Might be easier with these. trying to make it so you can see what I'm doing. I can't. Okay, I'm gonna bend that up. I'm going to go about midway down my pliers here. Turn that around. All the way around. Sorry, probably didn't see that again. Not much space in between the. I don't want to be hitting you either. I'm gonna grab my loop, take the rest of my wire, fold that in, take my clippers, you know what? No, yeah. I don't know, I don't like that. So I think what I'm going to do is measure down to the bottom of here. I haven't had to do this in so long. I don't remember what I'm doing. I'm going to clip this off. Okay. Now I'm going to try and get this in there somehow. Sorry, I'm really trying to make it so you can see. This is not working for me. Yeah, we're scrapping that. And we're doing it again. Straighten up this wire by crimping down on it. Okay. This time, what we're gonna do is we're gonna start off with the loop. Stuck down at the bottom there. I'm just gonna kind of go around this, crimping it again, but with the round nose so that I have a nice loopity loop. And then I'm going to coil this around. That's pretty beautiful now. I need some nylon pliers. Okay. That's one. Hopefully the second one will be better. Sorry, I keep smacking you. Now, there are pliers you can get that literally do this for you. Like the curling part. I have no idea about the coiling. Okay. Clip that off. Flatten that down. Clip that off. Crimp that end in so it's not catching. Alright. 2 seconds. I gotta let my dog outside. Okay. So now, I think the easiest part, or way, jeez, I can't get these out of the cup. Good. Straighten this a bit. Okay. So now I'm going to grip that with my pliers and grab my leaf here. I still need to do more layers on them, but I'm going to do that after I do this. And I'm going to put some resin down here. And a swirling motion around that little snub of a thing. And I'm gonna find the best way that it fits there, right there, right there. Shoot. This thingy got all off kilter and came in. over. Where was the sweet spot? Right there. Now, stay still. Okay, I'm gonna go in with my flashlight and just hold it there for a bit. Try and keep it as upright and still as possible, which is we just moved it hard because I am a very shaky person. I would not make a good surgeon. I mean, yeah. Okay. It's starting to kind of solidify. Gonna go, oops, sorry, on the back now. Dang it. Nope. Just drop that on the floor now, too. Alright. Now there's hair all over it. So. Lovely, lovely. And yes, this stuff does just happen all the time. It is your average day of working. Okay. No biggie, we're just gonna add a little bit more resin. There's already a little bit of a lump there. Also gonna just add a tiny bit here. And we got that there. Just gonna place it down. Hold it with both hands. Hopefully, this time it stays. I need like 2 little flashlights. I can do it one on each end. Sometimes I'll take my lamp and I'll flip it upside down and then I will like shoot it from underneath. But I think maybe if I get that close enough, I can just kind of there. Okay. Sorry I keep hitting you. There's not much room in between the work and the camera here. Perfect. Okay, so we're going to do that to the other side. Hopefully without dropping it. Placing my little... Oh no, that's the wrong one. I've seemingly lost my other piece. There's... Doesn't help that it's like the same color as the desk. Where'd it go? Found it. Alright, flash the other side. Grabbing this. Make sure it is nice and upright. Grabbing some resin. I'm actually going to snip this a little bit smaller. Then in a swirling motion, I'm going to go around the stem here. That petiole. Putting a nice little blob on there. Putting a nice little blob on here. Sorry, don't mean to hit you. And now I'm putting this in here. And I'm waiting for that. So now I can stick this one carefully underneath and let it harden more. Try not to look at the light too much either. You don't want to go blind. Although it's hard because like you want to look at your work, because I just shifted there because it wasn't. No, this is okay. Okay, I think we're safe. This takes so long. Need some music or something. Don't want to get copyrighted. Stick that closer. Okay. I have let go. Seems to be holding. Okay, give it a few more seconds and then I'm gonna switch it to the other side. There we go. Flashlight rolling. Alrighty. Now I don't have those brassy colored shepherd's hooks. I'm hoping gold will look okay, but I do have silver. Here's a ring that I made last week. Yeah, knocking things over. But it has the same. I need to get a better camera set up. I need more room on my desk. I dropped my flashlight if you didn't realize. Alright, well, let's just move that further back. How about? There we go. Alright, let's test this. So, I mean, that's kind of okay. There's that one. Or this one here. I think probably the gold. Yeah, I'm gonna go with the gold. I just really gotta make sure that these get cured properly before I go. I'll do one more coat on each side of them and then we're golden. Okay, I'm gonna stick this under. nice thing about it being on here now is I can just kind of have it on here and use it as a maneuvering help. One more layer. Okay, and now this time what we're going to do is we're also going to incorporate this piece because we want it to stay on and be nice and secure, and I don't want it coming off. Doesn't need to be too thick of a layer, this last layer here. It's mostly just a, I would call it a finishing layer, just to make sure everything is even and looks nice. So if we turn this, I don't know if you can see that, there's a little bit of a bubble there. Not a bubble, but like a blob. So what I'm going to do is just kind of add more here at the end of it and fade it out. I think that's fine. Just a nice thin layer. You don't want it too thin either though, because then you'll get little streaky marks. You didn't want that. There's the hair. Okay, now I'm gonna give it a quick flash. The fire. And then good look. I don't know if you can see in the middle there, there's a little bit of streaking. Just gotta grab a little bit more resin. Checking her over again. Alright. Brilliant. Done. Cool. I'll give that a flash on that side. Take that one out. And since I did a thin layer on the last one, just kind of getting rid of the edging. I don't know if you can see this, but there is some streaking right in here. So that's why we do a final layer. Oh gosh, you know what? There's a hair there. Okay. Alrighty then, moving along. So just a, like, not too thick but not too thin of a layer, just as our last layer here. Sure you're getting all the edges. And all the tips. Those fragile little tips. Alright, check it over. I think I missed the spot there. Yep, I definitely did. Definitely did. Alright, and then I don't like how it's pooling down here. Got a little much. I missed this whole leaf. Or branch, or what do you call this part of the leaf? I need to figure out my leaf anatomy. I know what the veins are. I know what a petiole is and the stem. Would this be like a part of the petiole? I don't know. Okay. It's looking a lot better. Cool. We're gonna flash that with some fire. Awesome possum. Looking a lot clearer. Put that in there. And I'm gonna do the other side here. And then not really pulled down there. Should have cleaned that up a bit. Now I'm worried about this one. This one looks like there's not quite enough. Oh gosh. Oh gosh. Don't do this to me. I accidentally squeezed the tweezers a little bit, and it was losing grip of my leaf. That's like the downside about these. It's like you instinctively go to like grip on something if it's, you know. Okay. There we go. Okie dokie. So normally I would just file this down, but I don't have time for that because these earrings are going to Europe tomorrow. So I might, they need to cure a lot more, and I can't really file it down until it's cured. can't handle the leaf is more so why. Okay. I was gonna say the side looks pretty good, but there's actually some little pieces that need some coverage. Okay. Just about there. Oh, it's that little bumble. That's why it's throwing me off. Okay. Give that a flash of fire. And light. Now that's left is just for these to cure. And I will make sure that they're stable by like squeezing them. I'll show you with something else here. So like this ring here, I'm squeezing it pretty deep, making sure that no petals are bending. So if somebody goes to like put it on, you know, or I don't know, they drop it, nothing's gonna break. Here are some lilacs that I've made. It's a little hairpiece here with just a little coil. And again, just go around pinching pretty decently hard, as hard as you would be to put them in your hair, plus probably 2 times the amount of pressure, because I want to make sure that they're very durable and they're gonna last. So yeah, thank you for joining me today. I'm gonna try and do a little bit more live streaming every once in a while here now, getting back into the YouTube thing of it all. Yeah, so have a good rest of your day, and I will see you soon.